They're just not thinking hard enough about what's happened in the past. And history often is a really good source of guidance and restraining your thought, telling you what is plausible and what isn't. We're just at the beginning of a fundamental transformation in the amount of energy we consume. There's a sort of pattern we see over and over again in history. Every time there's some big innovation, say like ironwork, our ability to smelt iron, anytime there's some big innovation that demands huge new supplies of energy, what do you know? People happen to stumble onto a huge new supply of energy at just that time. There's a feedback between the two. But as we've developed more and more sophisticated things that we do in the world in the last 50 years, demanding more and more energy. Now, of course, large language models are the examples on everybody's tongue now in 2026. But as we've done this, we have also found ways to find that energy. It's not the hand of God making a providence, and incentives get created by new markets opening up and people come up with ways to respond to those incentives. This is what's happening now. There's no guarantee it's all going to work out, because when you look at the historical record, what you see again, cultural evolution is just the same as biological evolution. I'd say it might be very much the advantage of bunny rabbits to evolve in a way that allows them to run a little bit faster so they can stay one step ahead of the foxes that are chasing them. But there's a certain limit to how far you can go by the hardware of the bunny rabbit. It can evolve to run so fast and no faster. And it's the same with us. There are constraints on what we can do. We invent increasingly semiconductors to go into computers, and their ability to process data goes up and up. But there is a hard limit on what they can do. Either we figure out quantum computing or we reach the hard limit of what we can do with information processing. Humans are astoundingly clever. We tend to lament how stupid we are and how many mistakes we make. We do make mistakes. On the whole, when it's possible to figure something out, I think what the historical record shows is that when it's possible to figure something out, somebody does figure it out. Most people don't. And so, say, with the birth of agriculture, many societies fail to figure out how to become farmers, and they end up getting conquered and taken over by the ones that do figure. In the world today, and we're going to see these mind-boggling revolutions in the capture and efficiency of use of energy and our ability to apply it to an infinitely expanding new source of things we can do. But not everybody is going to do this equally. This is one reason why we're perhaps seeing this reversal of the idea that, hey, we're all the same, going back to more of a world where we say, hey, somebody like, who is Elon Musk, isn't it now, is the richest man in the world. Doesn't he like have like $1 trillion now or something? It's a number we cannot easily conceive of. Somebody with $1 trillion is so powerful and is so beyond the rest of us. Surely it makes sense to just say, yeah, he is not bound by the same laws and rules as the rest of us. The further we move down the path that we're currently on, the more likely people are to say that is an appropriate value for the world. You're no longer going to be ostracized and punished for saying that some people are off-chart special, different from the rest of humanity. The one consequence of that, this is tied into this broader phenomenon we're seeing about people beginning to have serious doubts about the usefulness of democracy. After 200 years, where the further a society moves toward democracy, generally speaking, the better it fares in the world. Now we're beginning to see people having serious doubts about this, saying, well, wouldn't we be better off, say, with a Chinese model, all-powerful state that believes in the market and invests in the market, but it centralizes power in a few hands, and most of us don't get to have a say in that. And maybe that makes sense if the world is no longer populated by people who are fundamentally all the same. As we are more and more merging with our machines, it is biologically, physically becoming true that we are no longer all the same.